In the days of old, the sorcerers of Riverlong cured the sick and healed the wounded through a great power called Source. But a terrible darkness invaded the land, and Source was forever tainted. The sorcerers who once healed now only destroy, and madness has overtaken them. A few brave Source hunters are all that stand between Riverlon and the dark power that threatens to destroy it. Wherever Source appears, hunters follow.
Rise and shine, Master Source Hunters. The captain wants you up on deck. Hear them gulls? Means we're close to shore. I don't ever you go in there, Master Source Hunters. City's full of undead, hungry enough for blood. But you're supposed to investigate that murder, ain't you? They say it's Source that did the Councillor in. Source in a city like Sicil, nowhere safe anymore. Here they are, Captain Sir.
God's blessings on you, hunters. You'll be happy to hear we've reached Sicil. But there's trouble offshore, so we'll have to sail in carefully. Here, have a look. Those are orc ships, and they're blocking our passage. We'll get you as close to the city as we can, and drop you off on the beach. Be wary now. Orcs are on the attack. Undead have closed every route out, and there's a sorcerer on the loose. If we're to get justice for the Councillor, you'll have to keep your wits about you. May the luck of the gods be with you both, Source Hunters.
If I didn't know there were orc ships raiding to the west, I'd mistake this for a placid beach.
At least the orcs make a bit of noise when they attack. It's dark-dealing sorcerers that'll strike with neither warning nor mercy.
Is that a corpse? What's it doing here alone?
What? Did you expect it to have an entourage? Can you believe this? The man jumped off a cliff at the behest of some statues, of all things. True enough. History is made by...
Source hunters! How did they find us?
Take the stone to the temple. These whelps will be easy to crush.
As you say.
Arise, fair dead. Seize upon our enemies.
Flattening blow!
Meet your demise!
Their leader said something about escaping with a stone.
Stolen from this dungeon, I imagine. Those thieves were more than petty criminals. Their leader gave life to the dead. What stone could they have been so keen on taking? Indeed. For all we know, these dark-dealing thieves may be involved with Councillor Jake's murder.
Look! A wanderer comes my way, walking the sands upon which this poor shell must. Call me Ishmael, son of the sea, an outcast upon these wretched shores. An exiled shell, doomed to live under a canopy of arid sky, not his native, tender water. Of course I can talk. Don't be silly. There's more tongue to me than heart. Indeed, the surprise should be mine, for I still remember the days when your kind swung from branches and plucked the vermin out of their neighbor's fur. Time is an indulgent mistress to one who spends happy hours as she passes. But when your existence is one of misery, she becomes a lethargic hobby. Oh, I remember ancient times, for I have lain here since antiquity, when the ruins around us were palaces, and the sun-bleached dead merry children. All this I have seen, alive, alone. Alas, my fate is a cruel one, I assure you. How many snot-noses have held me up against their dirty little ears? Of course they could hear her, the brats. We are on the very edge of the great aquatic mother, whose embrace I so desperately long for. Yes, yes! I, King of Pearls, ache to repose anew on his coral throne. Hurl me toward the water. Swing me. What do you say, kind knight? Will you return the King of Pearls to the sea so he may yield you long?
Agreed. Let's send him home.
Liberator, kind benefactor, bless me the might of your sea-bound witch. The sea, I have returned, where every wave feels like a perfect speech. May the bounty of the deep be yours, along with my eternal gratitude.
Let's see. Key, Lockpick or hammer? This seems to be broken. Flash fire! Careful! There's a mine in the middle of our path.
Someone must have an interest in protecting whatever's kept here.
I've always heard there's typically more to a king's tomb than meets the eye.
It could be a myth, or it could be our lucky day.
This seems to be broken. Well, what's this I've spotted? I'll need to unlock this somehow. We make short work of that door, but I don't imagine our weapons would survive such use for long. Look out! I see a trap nearby. The harbor of flame!
my sorrows with ale.
I've spotted something interesting. I've spotted something interesting. Voices downstairs.
The last thing we need is to surprise another angry summoner. I feel uneasy here. I'd better keep my weapon at the ready.
Unending darkness.
A living rat dares disturb the slumber of the dead? A thieving fool insults the sanctity of the grave. The bloodstone defiler, where is it? In life, I toil to care for these holy grounds. In death, I protect them from profaners and poachers. The legacy of Cecile is mine to preserve. Her traitors are mine to destroy. I suppose you only crept among these sacred tombs for leisure. I suppose you had no lust for the treasure of the dead. Ha! Strange indeed, robed indeed. Your tricks will not save you from retribution, deceiver. The Bloodstone, deliver it now, and I may deign to end you quickly. Run if you like, Defiler. Whichever way you take leads you to the grave. Death never dies, fool. Death in 1,000 forms rules all.
Silence awaits you.
If the orcs show up, hold it right there, orc scum. No one slips past the Legion unchallenged.
Calm down, Junius.
Just hold your tongue, will you, Bibius? Can't be too careful. We are sworn to protect Scythiel.
So, you're sorcerers, are you? And how are we supposed to verify that's true? We can't read, my friend. So for all we know, those papers say you're a polymorph parrot on the lookout for a...
You know what? We'll take you two to the wizard. I know he reads. He has books large as a house, that one. Yeah, he'll squeeze the truth out of you, one way or another.
Agreed. A wizard is bound to...
Captain, come along. We're not far from the city.
You keep that eyes open, you hear? Shh. If the orcs show up, I don't want to have to face the buggers alone.
The heat and the drink are getting the better of me. Gosh, I'm over my sleepy. Don't tell me you're afraid. You should have enough liquid courage in your system by now that you're ready to face an army. Pass the bottle, would you, Junius? My throat's dry.
Again, this is a single malt, imported all the way from Hawkesbury, you know. It ain't the local pig swill they sell for ale.
Single malt? Stubby arse. You've been had by one of them smooth-talking salesmen again. Come, give here before I sober up.
Someone special will be impressed by the way you wield that great heaving weapon.
What the hell is happening down there? Bloody orc!
Those orcs had a human commander. How very curious. And disquieting.
Where are Bibius and Junius? Didn't they hear the fight?
Taken before his time, far before his time.
One day, comrade, vengeance will be ours.
What's all this ruckus? Sounded worse than a dozen tomcats fighting over the world's last mackerel.
What fool would trust a two-bit love potion out of a back-page circular from Yippo's door? An orc in love. When this little starting fade, she'll liberate the flesh from our faces.
Come now, enough doom and gloom.
One day, comrade, vengeance will be
Avert your gaze, and I'll handle this threat for all our sakes.
She wouldn't hurt a fly, and I won't let you pack a horn on her head.
Bringing your little orcish girlfriend here is like bringing a wolf to a hen house.
Nonsense. Listen. She's purring.
What fool would trust a two-bit love potion out of a back-page circular from Yippo's door?
One day, Moira. One day you'll show 'em all.
I like you better with your guts on the floor.
An orc in love. Ha! When this little Saturn fades, she'll liberate the flesh from our faces.
Come now, enough human greed. Cast the weed upon my sailor's fanged bill.
Avert your gaze, and I'll handle this threat for all our sakes.
Ah, but I see we've suffered another orc landing. And judging by the relative ease with which it was dispatched, I can only come to one conclusion. Source hunters have arrived in Sicil. You're as welcome as a glass of cooled milk on a hot day, my friend. I'm Ahu, at your service. It was I who requested your presence in this troubled city. So you were, and so you weren't. There we are. Meet my other half, Hunter. Ha ha! No need to look so flabbergasted. I may be a wizard rife with tricks and guile, but So, now that the cat is out of the bag, let us turn to the matter of Councillor Jake's murder. It's hard to put my finger on it, but I can feel in my very whiskers that sorcery was at play. Visit the scene of the crime, and I'd bet sardines for salad you'll say the same. Captain Aureus, though, the local commander of the Legion, insists Jake was murdered in a downstairs room of the King Crab Inn, up in Sicil proper. The Legion keeps it under lock and key, though, so you'll need Aureus's permission should you want to have a peek. So there are, or rather, there is. Popular opinion has it his wife did the deed. But to be frank, she seems a likely candidate to be sure, but that would make her a sorceress. Esmeralda knows how to charm, yes, but I just don't see her magic extend beyond a Still, don't simply take my word for it, Hunter. It may be well worth your while to cross-examine her yourself. The Legion has her under guard in her shop near the town square. That's where you'll find poor Jake's widow.
Bringing your little orcish girlfriend here is like bringing a wolf to a hen.
Ah, the undead. They've been clawing their way out of the ground for 2 years now. And for 2 years the stalemate between them... The Legion did a good job keeping them at bay, but I think it's fair to say that without my magic-infused ballistae, they'd have gotten the better of us by now. Someone is responsible for the outbreak. Necromancers are at work, but who are they and where do they hide? Alas, that searching for them is like searching for a single louse in a lion's mane. A human, you say? Truly? But that would be... And yet, I have heard rumors about a sect of sorts. A shadowy set of worshippers that associate even with orcs. Some say they're sorcerers, but people will say that about anyone who behaves a bit strangely nowadays. I don't quite know what to make of this news, but thank you for informing me. It'd be foolish to dismiss such a curious event out of hand.
This girlfriend here is like bringing a wolf to a hen house.
Unfortunately, that is absolutely correct. The orc siege is yet another hairball stuck in this city's already choking throat, and it shows no signs of abating. We've cordoned off the western beach where most orc activity has been reported. For the 9 lives of me, I can't seem to figure what they're doing here. There's nothing of interest along the waterfront, except for a set of caves with an unfavorable reputation. Maybe they're after some pirate's treasure, the fools. Oh, but that's not a trick. It's a blessing. Or does it surprise you that I enjoy taking such magic is a gift, Hunter? To tread upon the realm of instinct. Even articulate speech, perhaps humanity's greatest asset, cannot give expression to something so inextricable. To be out in the night, to stalk on silent paws and hunt with only the moon as your witness. You couldn't possibly imagine the but of course it's handy to speak in more than meows. And I couldn't brew potions or make machines without opposable thumbs. This I freely admit. Let's just say I have found a... I'm glad we've met, Source Hunter. And I'm certain we have a lot more to talk about. Feel free to visit me whenever you want. I've set up a workshop in the Legion's headquarters. Once you're there, just take the stairs. But do pay a visit to Aureus first. He may bark like a beagle with its tail stuck in the door, but you won't get very far in your investigation without speaking to the de facto leader of Sicil. And with that, I bid you adieu, Hunter. Adieu and good luck. May your enemies prove to be mere mice, and you the dauntless...
Undead? Orcs? Looks like we have our work cut out for us.
At least we won't be bored. How about we go see that Aureus chap Arhu mentioned?
An orc in love. When this little chap thinks he'll liberate the flesh from our faces.
Come now, enough human dreams. Cast the deeds upon my fingers, silent sin.
I used to see orcs in every shadow when I had too much rum. Now, I...
Sì, No one's around. You wouldn't raise a fuss if I, borrowed.
Borrow indeed.
Come now, I'll be good for it, I swear! I never would have dreamt of resorting to petty theft during better time. Oh, my story's tired by now. I was happy enough, prosperous enough, before these lean times. So what do you think?
Yes, you know what they say about giving...
I suppose you've got a point. Fed a hungry man, you know.
Watch the undead quiver in their mouldy boots. Don't the move for cheese. Their excuses more holes to the slice of this pie.
Potions to bemuscle you! Scrolls! Oh no, noble friend. Your upper chakras are in desperate need of a good scrubbing. Fortunately for you, my homebrewed tinctures will do the job. Or if you're in the mood for something a bit more electrifying, one of my air scrolls might give your system just the shock it needs.
Don't the move for cheese. Their excuses more holes to the slice of this pie.
Join the stud club if you've got an eye for farm potatoes. Join the stud club if you've got an eye for farm potatoes.
A good day to you.
Red and orange, yellow and green, the finest veggies size seals ever seen.
Feed a big cheese on your crop with a wheel of the good stuff. No better solution to the zombie problem than a set of silver arrows.
Perhaps wrestling an earth elemental will inject some vim into your routine. Toe of snake, wing of worm, brew and spice 'em, stir and churn.
You there! You look like an actor just waiting for his big debut.
Sorry, sir. You don't think it's infected, do you?
Come on now, I pulled her up before she could do any real damage.
Any real damage? Are you joking? I've been mocked.
Hey, who's that then? Come on, stand where my good eye can see you.
That was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again!
Easy, Tull. That's the sauce hunter you're talking to.
She may have the look of a woman if you squint hard enough, but she's no more than a wild animal.
Be close! That was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again!
We got reports of a strange-looking outsider skulking through the town with her bow drawn. I found her crouched behind a tree, taking aim at a fat old rat trotting along the city walls.
a breakthrough. Get the shining recruits.
I tapped her on the shoulder to see what was what, and the beast startled like a wild cat and lunged right at me.
Bit Tullia right in the face, she did. It wasn't pretty, and now it's got a chunk ripped off it to boot.
Enjoy it while you can, Ver. There's not another legionnaire in the cohort that'll have you if I go rabid.
Well, that's to be decided. She doesn't seem to be sick, despite Tully's moaning. We can't keep her here forever, but we can't well send her into the wilds again, can we?
After all, a fearless hunter might prove quite useful for our investigation.
Well, that's a relief, ain't it? We found a good home for her after all, Tull.
Heed me, Source Hunter. She's not good for anything more than cannon fodder. And don't turn your back on her when she's got that bow within arm's reach.
Recruits! That was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again!
Source Hunter, I have heard tales both grand and terrible about the world of humans. I myself was caged one moment and freed the next by our kind.
Sir, no, sir.
In Home Forest, every creature acts according to the nature of its kind. Birds frighten easily, badgers fear little. But amongst men, there are no guarantees.
Recruits! That was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again! Attention! About this!
It is difficult for me to claim humanity as you do. I am still learning to see myself in the faces of those I meet. And those I meet do not always see themselves in me. It is strange to stand with one foot in the forest and the other in the city, Source Hunter. I am glad that now I have you standing beside.
To the barracks! March! Recruits! That was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again!
Sorry, sir.
What have we here, then? A so-called source hunter, eh? Well, look, do what you must in Sicil, but don't make waves and don't interfere with the Legion's affairs. You hear? I'm Captain Aureus, if you must know, leader of the Legion in Sicil. By which I mean I have the enviable task of commanding a battalion of walking dead. For I fear it may well be but a matter of time before the undead undo all my soldiers and turn them into drivelling hordes of their own gods above! Some politician snuffs it and everyone's in an uproar! Ridiculous! I told that wizard brat of an Ahu not to bother, but he just had to send for source hunters, didn't he? Bloody magicians. They see a pigeon poop and think sorceries. Nevertheless, I want to be kept in the loop. Understand? I am in command of this town, not Mayor Cecil, not Ahu, and definitely not some hotshot source hunter. So investigate Jake's death if you feel so inclined, but report back to me the moment you discover something out of the ordinary. The scene of the crime is over at the King Crab Inn. You can tell the guard you have my permission to enter.
Now off with you! Esmeralda is Jake's wife. Well, widow. Everyone in town, down to the crabs on the beach, is convinced she killed him. Now, the girl has the reputation of being a flirt. There is that. But that doesn't suffice as evidence, wouldn't you say? Or do source hunters rely on hearsay alone, perhaps? That certainly would explain some of the cock-ups you lot have made in the past. What? You're going to stand there and claim with a straight face your order never wrongly tortured and executed anyone? Hardly. But I won't stand for such nonsense. If you bring evidence before me, I'll evaluate it with perfect objectivity. The Legion relies on reason, see? Not idle superstition. Oh, if you must. Bravo! Figured that one out, did you? I hadn't been stuck here for 2 years because we're being besieged. How am I enjoying it? We are the pride of... I'd say they're looking... Yes, and he'll... Oh, what now?
I guess someone else got here first. One man's trash is another man's trash. I guess someone else got here first.
Hey, stop that! the source hunter. Oh, joyous hour. Oh, what now? Oh, what now?
I hope your quest fares well, dear hunter.
Ho-hum.
Hey, stop that!
Lucky find! Ho-hum. Another one for the collection. Ho-hum.
How can I help you, my friend? And what might those be? Oh, a mere trifle for one with the Source Hunter. What?
That was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again! Those boots in Paris are bridge. Get to shining recruits.
Sorry, sir.
You think that's funny, Private?
Sir, no, sir.
Those boots that embarrass a bridge folk. Get to shining recruits.
Sorry, sir.
Source Hunter. A sight for sore eyes, if ever there was one.
A good day to you.
What, does the ground turn to gloom when you've been naughty around here?
I know you're probably knee-deep in that awful murder investigation, but truth be told, the Legion could use your help as well. We've been conducting a series of expeditions into undead territory, and I'm afraid I must admit they've met with very little success. Lieutenant Selenia, at your service. I'm Captain Aureus' second in command, but rest assured I am a lot more kindly inclined towards source hunters than he is. Now, I certainly don't mind a bit of healthy competition and even rivalry between our orders, but I, for one, have no intention of looking a gift horse in the mouth. And that is exactly what your presence in Sicil is, Source Hunter. A gift and a blessing. Only heroes such as yourself can make a true difference in this troubled part of the world. Such is my honest conviction. The undead. The bravest among my men, I shall be very glad to share. If ever we want to... 3 landmarks which show there's a lighthouse. The locals say there are ancient burials. A local archaeologist offered to tag. There's a church to the northeast of here, built atop the very place where once stood a temple. All superstitious mumbo jump. So I did. The chances of survival during...
Have some pity.
These damn birds won't fetch more than a pittance.
You there! No, scratch that.
Have you ever had the fortune of challenging the fabled wizard of Hunter's Edge?
Fortune? Ah, he should be so lucky as to...
Back, demon! Back, or I'll tell you. You wouldn't. My door is heaven's haunted. See, I'm here. There's been what they want in Hunt. I came south by the skip. I managed. Well, comrade, I've been scouting Sicil for... Well, you know...
Another source hunt?
That's the spirit.
Come now, Alistair. Surely you've met your match once or twice.
Ha! The closest I've come to my match.
Ready to advance, ready to defend, but...
Your head's grown more swollen than saffron's, I dare say.
Careful, comrade. I think I sense a sorcerer in yonder shadows.
Whatever happened to that troop of eager imbeciles we sent to the northern cave?
Do I seem like the sort who concerns myself with such things?
You'll be concerned enough when you realize that reward money won't be lining your pockets.
Tell me, Alistair.
Hearty welcome to the King Crab Inn, and a pleasure to have you. You look like you could use a round or three, so what'll it be? Have a seat and stay a while.
Mr. the Great!
They say he's privy to ancient and arcane secrets, the likes of which I doubt you could even fathom, old friend.
Greetings, Source Hunter. I don't mean to hinder your investigation, but I can't open this door for anyone who hasn't received Captain Aureus' explicit approval. Not exactly the friendliest bloke, the Captain, is he? Well, your reward for getting your ear chewed off is a waltz through the town's finest magical murder scene.
So... What happened? Is this a dream?
I don't think so. That stone, somehow it sent us flying into the stars.
Terrible, terrible, terrible. By the quill that lasts a billion words. What's this? 2 Rivalonians here? At the end of space and time? How very... Oh, yes. Proper introductions. Zigzags the historian at your service. It is my job to record all that was, and is, and hopefully all that is to be. here? Well, for a historian appointed by the gods themselves, hopping to the end of time is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Here, though? That's a rather more interesting question. On such a tiny and rapidly shrinking vestige of space and time, I wouldn't have expected to find a soul but my own shadow. I can answer most definitively. I mentioned already that this place is the end of time. If that didn't send your heart into your stomach and your pulse a-flutter, it should have. Time ought naturally to have no end at all. Indeed, I can think of no worse nightmare for a chronicler such as myself. But something totally, utterly terrible has happened. Show, don't tell, I always say. So go, peer through yonder looking lens and feast your soon-to-be terrified...
Maybe quite...
You looked. You saw the portal. It's quite sprung to life, just like the long dormant flames that decorate this observatory. After all my waiting and hoping, could it be? You, dear stranger, you must be the key. Something about your presence here is causing the end of time to grow. The true end. Those torches! A light! This portal! Goodness me, how right you are! There's so much to take in, I'd nearly forgotten. It is the void itself. The dragon that is devouring creation. When I speak of the end of time, this is exactly what I mean. I can't say for sure where it came from, how or why, but I do know this. It's shrinking our future by the second. And if we don't stop it, it will devour the past and present as well. It's not that I believe, it's that I have seen. Long have I been waiting here, hoping that one day this very then, no longer than a few mere moments after you arrive, zap it goes! The chronicler of time knows a pattern when he sees one. Ah, though I cannot say for certain, if it is what I believe, then our prayers might well be answered. In fact, every last question that ever plagued your noggin might well be answered, for I believe what lies beyond this portal is nothing other than... But why spoil the mystery? As soon as we leap through, we'll find out for certain. After you, after you. Oh, what wonders we may find. You first, but don't dilly-dally.
And he's off!
It seems the imp has spotted exactly who and what he'd hoped to find here.
milady? The weaver of time? Mother of history? Author of all?
Indeed, Sir Imp. As surely as you are he who chronicles all that I weave.
Astounding! Unbelievable! I have so many questions for you, so much to ask, so much to say.
You have brought guests, I see. Strange.
My reaction exactly, milady. It was their arrival here at the end of time that instigated my finding you. But why? Surely you must know.
This is a question better put to our guests themselves. Tell us, how did you arrive upon this plane? A stone. So, it was a stone that caused the great shock of energy that brought you here, and it infused you with new... Not like this, no. What happened to you is unique in all my work. Never had I experienced something so contrary to my nature. To weave something I had not seen, had not expected. Life does not simply, but yours has. You appeared before me from the moment you came into contact with that stone. Starstone. I now know it to be called.
But, Madam Weaver, how is it possible? Do you not see all? Have you not woven all that is and could ever be?
Like the stones, your guests are a mystery to me. I see them before me in this world, but their likenesses appeared not upon my tapestry. And source hunters. It would seem that yourselves and Starstone are inextricably linked. Why and how, I cannot say, but I do believe that finding more stones will reveal to me who you yourselves truly are. Starstone is not what it seems, Source Hunter. Its true nature must be part of a greater secret, a secret lost even to me. Do you see what violence my work has suffered? What wounds lay upon the tapestry of time?
Mysteries of all time, gaps in history. Oh, how they've tormented me for eons.
It would appear that Starstone transforms at your touch, granting me new thread by which to mend the tapestry. Thus, it restores time itself.
I see. What the void would shrink, Starstone restores.
Yes. Though I cannot explain why this Starstone is the antidote to the void's ravishment of our... If we do not restore time, if we do not discover the true nature of these stones, the void will consume us all. Indeed you must, though I may not yet understand why. It seems that you and you alone can unlock the powers within Starstone. Yet we are not the only entities who know these stones to be so much more than pretty gems.
Why, of course, that's what they were doing. I have recorded their doings, you see. Collectors of Starstone, more and more by the day. Now I understand. They'd keep the stones from our reach. They'd prevent the mending of time.
Without these stones, Hunter, there will be no Rivellon. The entire tapestry will crumble. Even this plane will fall victim to the void's insatiable hunger.
That shall never be, milady. As sure as Zix comes before Zax, we will put a stop to it. First we mend the tapestry, then, please, our most mysterious guest. Are you ready? Are you willing? Will you hunt out the stones? Will you help us restore? So, what do you think, Source
Not but a
Hunter?
moment ago, we were hunting Source in Rivellon, and now we're being told that we alone can prevent the end of time by way of some magical stones. What do you make of it? No matter how improbable, anything is possible. If the Weaver tells the truth, we have some serious work ahead of us.
So, what do you think, Source Hunter? What'll it be, Source Hunter? Do tell. So, what do you think, Source Hunter? So, what do you think, Source Hunter? Come, come! I got something for you if you're up to the challenge. So, what do you think, Source Hunter? Come, come! I got something for you if you're up to the challenge. Come, come! I got something for you if you're up to the challenge. The glint in your No, with you searching up, but you'll need a way to travel between Rivellon and this homestead, won't you? Who wouldn't want to see what fantastic changes your search will yield? And who knows what the Weaver might discover, but luckily the power of portals is known to you, so I'll let you in on the little... Off you go then! You've Starstone to find, and I've a tapestry to examine. Surely there must be some clue here as to how on earth you're related to the end of time.
Cross my heart, hope to fade in the void, I honestly don't know. But ask her. If she claims it is so, perhaps she knows why.
Like the imp said to the ballista operate, wouldn't it just? Would that I had a Starstone sightseeing guide, but alas, such a booklet does not exist. Just like yourselves, Starstones are curiously absent from history, both in my writings and on the tapestry of time. From what I can gather, though, they were once cherished by devious sorcerers whose reign ended long ago. The stones are therefore most likely to be found in the ancient ruins, caves, the lairs of long-forgotten evils. Those are the dens you should frequent. 2 more pieces of advice. Don't go unarmed, neither do I. But the mere fact that activated Starstone this in turn more than implies that you are the We may not understand the how. Oh, I don't know if I'm more than those things per se, but having been given a divine mission does have its perks. Old age can't touch me, that's one. Immortality is mine as long as no one skewers me with a sword, and even then I'll be back in a jiffy. But of course I have a price to pay for something that is priceless. It is my duty to record all of history, and an arduous task that is. Not to mention how... So, gather those Starstones so that we may... Lonesome, observing the frontier of creation, surfing the vibrant tide of the eons, always approaching yet never reaching shore. Lonesome being privy to all... Well, yes, actually. I don't mean to complain. Perhaps you can imagine the profound pleasure it is to have made the Weaver's acquaintance after all these years. I can hardly wait to pick her brain about the great battle of the sons of Sigurd. The last Rivalonian who remembers it died more than 7,000 years ago. Before you go, Source Hunter, a final word. Once you return to Rivalon, there will be someone waiting for you. I hope he'll be able to help you as much as he can. Time, I need hardly remind...
How welcome you are upon this realm, our most honored guest. I hope you begin to find this place more familiar than it may yet seem. In the ethereal threads of eternity, do I record the deeds of gods and men, of beasts and spectral, the drift of continents through changing seas, the rise and fall of empires, the shift of every grain of sand on every beach, the fall of every raindrop on every world, the all but imperceptible touch of lover's hand. Except, it seems, ask, and I shall I am but what perhaps we am I the beginning? Alas, a hidden answer. I believe. Oh, and yet, quite so, I do not know you, which makes you my one perennial imperfection, a blind spot. But perchance I may be cured. What it is, I reside in another realm altogether. But ever since the end of time appeared in these deep dark skies, I materialized here, as if forced to I think that perhaps you can redeem time, because you create time. Know that no longer I did weave. I sat here, at the end of time, and watched on as but suddenly there was you. You who stirred the life within the stones. These stones, children, new threads emerged, and I began to weave anew. These star stones, please, seek them so that time may yet be...
The Lady of Time, the weaver of history. I am your biggest fan, dear lady. Could I get your autograph?
It shall be my pleasure, Sir Imp. I'll embroider it in the first volume of your all-encompassing chronicles. Zigzags. One without a conclusive answer, though its resolution may lie in conception. Where you chronicle...
Source Hunters, I welcome you once again to the realm of Rivalon after your travels through the chasms of space. Nice to have found a shelter, wouldn't you agree? Where you can come to no harm. I know the imp historian has told you about his agent on Rivalon, and that agent is I. So now that you know of the alliance between me and Sir Zigzags, let us turn to the business at hand, and I'll be delighted to give it. Dark webs are being woven around these parts, and it is my firm belief starstones are the flies the sorcerer spiders are trying to catch. It can therefore hardly be a coincidence that Councillor Jake was a collector of the stones we seek. His foul murder and the plight of dying time must somehow be interconnected. That means the task you have been given remains crucial. While you were being lectured by our friend the historian and the grande dame of time, it's the advantage of being a cat, you know. You go where you please with impunity. And sometimes the lady of the house even rewards you with a slice of... That's where I saw them in a cabinet. Mere slivers, but specks of starstones none. Don't we all long for a sanctuary where our worldly troubles can be held at bay? A bed or a basket so snug it becomes, in a word, safety. But perhaps I speak only for myself, not for veterans such as yourselves that by necessity call any patch of ground they rest upon home. Like any cat worth its salt, though, I deeply cherish a secret refuge unbeknownst to anyone. To be able to repose without a care is such a precious circumstance, savoured all too seldomly. Let me phrase it like Zigzags might. A universe without time is like a pen without ink. A point. I'll not pretend to have all the answers, or that I understand all that is happening here and out there among the stars. But if Zigzags worries, I worry. We are talking about a creature. I met him first, a long time ago, out in the wastes of Youthful Gore. He wondered aloud what on earth a cat was doing, so I told him who I was and showed him my human form. He laughed and marveled, and in the end he even shared his great sorrow with me. The unspeakable thing. Oh, before you go, here, take this teleporter pyramid. A handy toy indeed, that Zigzag. You'll need the other one too if you want to make use of its powers, but alas, I seem to have misplaced it. Don't worry though. Use this one here, and now that this matter has been settled, hunters, I shall detain you no longer. But rest assured, I'll do my share of hunting too. So if you spot a white cat...
Can I help you with anything? She was targeted by the Orc Shaman during the attack. Now she's left to the ocean's cold embrace. We just couldn't get ahead of the flames with nothing but a few men and some buckets.
Plenty of fish in the sea, but I've got the foulest of the lot on my racks.
Oh my gods! What is going on here? First I have to shoo away a creeping white tomcat, and now there's a perfect stranger in my bathroom. Get out, will you? ahead then. See if I'll be intimidated by a... Out! No!
If she
you
soaks in
please.
flower stink much longer, deer will
private.
smell this lady from a field away. I'll save a leg of something good for when she begins to starve.
I've got my eyes on the prize. Don't just stand there. Go! Away with you! What are you still doing here?
Heavenly herring! Delicious dogfish! Yours for a scratch off!
Magical blows!
Feel the pain of my stave! Stave of combat!
All power! Feel the pain of my stave! The force of Maximus is within me! Dynamic force!
It's official. The Duke of Ferrol is the worst poet in Rivellon.
In his defense, not much rhymes with murder.
They say he's privy to ancient and arcane secrets, the likes of which I doubt you could even fathom, our old friend.
Sightseeing isn't so bad on a quiet day like this, is it?
Not in the mood for cheese. No excuses for
Who is more deserving of life? Come, make your case.
But if one were to reduce the quantity of skull dust by a percentage of 2, perhaps the stability could be increased by as much as 3-fold.
Anybody? Neither of you cares to plead for his very existence? So, which of you is more deserving of life? Come, make your case.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
I'm straight. I'm true. Paris by the dozens.
Anybody? Let's go. Very existence? So, which of you is more deserving of life? Come, make your case. Anybody? Neither. Neither of you cares to plead for his very existence. Anybody? Neither of you cares to plead for his very existence. Anybody? Neither of you cares to plead for his very existence. Anybody? Neither of you cares to plead for his very existence. Excuse me? This is a private sick room. Who in the name of the Sevens you think you are barging in here? Out, I say, right this instant. Oh, I'm sorry. It's this task. I'm just... Who am I to meddle with life and death this way? I'm an apprentice of the healing arts. Healing. But this decision feels like precisely the opposite. I have but one healing stone, you see, and 2 direly wounded men who need it. I've been racking my brain. What would you like to know? One of the brave few will, thankfully for him, quite the venerable staple of Sycil. Nearly everyone in Sycil is from... You are? Boris it is? Yes, I'll deliver the stone. I'm glad we'll get to say... No, this is highly...
I don't know what I did to deserve this, but I'm beyond grateful.
That strange reaction. Thank you eternally for your help. Though your reaction to the healing stone, I have no idea what to make of it.
I don't know what I did to deserve this, but I'm beyond grateful. I don't know what I did to deserve this, but I'm beyond grateful. I feel no pleasure in bidding you farewell, friend. I feel no pleasure in bidding you farewell, friend. Sorry, friend. I wish there were enough stones for both of us. I feel no pleasure in bidding you farewell, friend. friend. I wish there were enough stones for both of us. I don't know what I did to deserve this, but I'm beyond grateful. Sorry, friend. I wish there were enough stones for both of us.
That strange reaction.
Well, friend. I feel no pleasure in bidding you farewell. I feel no pleasure in bidding you farewell, friend. I don't know what I did to deserve this, but I'm beyond grateful.
Oh, a source hunter. Imagine that. Quite a bit more petite than the last of your kind I encountered, aren't you? Yes, by nearly 20 centimeters of tibia, as my memory serves. No matter, no matter. Even me? It was I who cured the Dutch. Not to mention that it... Yes. She's in the other room as we speak. Perhaps you can prevail. She's gotten hold of a stone. But she claims to have gotten the relic from utter rubbish, I say. But with these blasts... Well, she's certainly possessed... I expect you'll be a very successful... The world belongs to the... Certainly, what would you like to know? The counsellor... From what I can tell, it seems I've applied... I declare it... Feelings. To what do I owe the repeated pleasure, Source Hunter?
Inexplicable
I
magic.
wish there were enough stones for both of us. I feel no pleasure in bidding you farewell, friend. I don't know what I did to deserve this, but I'm beyond great.
Soothing a corpse's troubled mind. Can't have gotten far.
I feel no pleasure in bidding you farewell, friend. Sorry, friend. I wish there were enough stones for both of us. I don't know what I
Hello
did.
again. Terribly sorry, Source Hunter, but I seem to be fresh out of priceless relics for you to destroy.
I wish there were enough stones for both of us. Sorry, friend. I wish there were enough stones for both of us. Sorry, friend. I wish there were enough stones for both of us.
I've been studying under... I've a passion. That's strange.
Grateful.
To what do I owe the repeated pleasure, Source Hunter?
Sorry, friend. I wish there were enough stones for both of us. I don't know what I did to deserve this, but I'm beyond grateful. Sorry, friend. I wish there were enough stones for both of us. Sorry, friend. I wish there were enough stones for both of us. Sorry, friend. I wish there were enough stones for both of us.
To what do I owe the repeated pleasure, Source Hunter?
Friend, I wish there were enough stones for both of us.
deserve this, but I'm beyond grateful.
Victory! Stave of combat!
Spirits of eternal flame to my aid.
Spirits of eternal flame to my aid!
This arrow seeks more than one target.
Flashfire!
Lucky find!
You're like a gorilla in a porcelain store. If only the popular girls from the Source Academy could see how edgy and dangerous you've become. If only the popular girls from the Source Academy could see how edgy and dangerous you've become.
I mustn't have used it correctly. So Madame Evelyn has a hideout somewhere along the northwestern beach.
Seems to me that should be the next stop in our investigation. Everything we do seems to fortify your abilities. Have no fear, my friend. I'm determined to prove my worth to you by our journey's end.
Join the Spud Club if you've got an eye for farm potatoes. Dearest customer, I've never seen an aura so plagued by ether. Thank Astarte, I've just the earth scroll to ground you.
A good day to you.
Join the Spud Club if you've got an eye for farm potatoes. I'm straight. I'm through. Harry's by the cousins.
Heavenly herring, delicious dogfish, yours for a scrap of.
The moon for cheese. And excuses for holes the size of this fine woman.
Let us see if you can choose the finest greens.
A good day to you.
No better
solution to the zombie problem than a set of silver arrows.
Join the Spud Club if you've got an eye for farm potatoes.
Heavenly Harry, delicious dogfish, yours for a scrap dog.
Toe of snake, wing of worm, brew 'em, spice 'em, stir and churn. Red and orange, yellow and green, the finest veggies size seals ever seen.
Made a big cheese on your book with a wheel of the good stuff.
Lonesome, spiritless. Perhaps wrestling an earth elemental will inject some vim into your routine.
Any takers? Come on, you chickens!
Cheese, tomatoes. Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Got the mood for cheese? No excuses more home than a slice of this fine performance.
Potions to bemuscle you, scrolls to entussle you.
No better solution to the zombie problem than a set of silver arrows.